Welcome to Field Goals and Fast Breaks with Banger Nation and Mr. Weave Cat. I am Banger Nation. We talk about sports, all the good stuff that revolves around sports. Mr. Weave, would you like to start us off here today? I know you had something earlier you would like to talk about.
Absolutely. The the NFL came out with breaking news today that starting next season, there's going to be some international games. Of course, you remember we have had international games.
Yeah, I remember we've had international games before. I mean, my team this year, I know we're going to an international game this year as well. I don't remember where, but I know it is a there's a couple this year as well.
Of course, same with my team. As you can tell, Vikings sign up there. Got the fight song right there. Got the helmet right. Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. Of course, whenever this is uploaded, the games already might be done and stuff like Ireland, and then the following Sunday they're playing in 2 weeks.
Mr. Weave, your mic keeps cutting out, by the way.
Okay, that is awkward.
So, well, he tries to figure that out real quick. Yes, there's a couple games coming up that, of course, yeah, there's for the NFL where they're playing international, which those games might be pretty interesting to watch if you are a NFL fan. Um, but
All
we
right, so I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I just did fix it. How does it sound now?
try talking, just continuous talking about what we were talking about. I'll let
All
you
right,
know.
sure. All right, but no, the breaking news though that did pop up today is that the NFL is having international games happening starting next year, technically. I don't know how many games are going to be doing it, but it's going to be in Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. That's gonna be an interesting one to necessarily watch at the because like for us when those games go live, it's very early in the morning for some of us. Um, some
Since they're going to be in basically in South America, so the game will be about the same time, as a normal game here
well,
in the States.
yeah. I mean, I was talking about also the ones that are overseas in Europe and stuff like that. Those games are super early for us.
Yes, exactly. Like for me, 8:30 in the morning on Sunday for the Vikings.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And yeah, but no, that's so far only real breaking news
Um, I
that
was
I have
gonna,
really
I
seen.
was gonna bring up since on my channel I play FIFA, I play FC, and with the MLS going on right now, it's getting pretty dang close to um cup season. Um, so
Okay, so the Cup season, of course, I'm on my cell phone. This right, and all the apps on my phone for the basically, for the sports and everything that I do follow.
right, right. So as of right now, um, we'll start with Mr. Weave Cat's team, which is Minnesota, correct, sir?
Yes, are we talking
They
about the Minnesota United Loons right now?
believe so. Yeah, they are third in their division in the Western Conference of
Yes,
the
they.
MLS.
Uh, yes,
Um,
they are third right now with a standing of 15 wins, 7 losses, and 9 draws. I think that's how you say.
yeah, so that's a pretty good one. My team, on the other hand, the New York Red Bulls, we're sitting on the edge of the playoffs. In 10th, we're 12, 7, and 12, which is not good when we were in the finals last year. So,
And it looks like right now in the Western standings, San Diego, Vancouver, Minnesota, and LAFC have all clinched a playoff spot. The ones that have been from the playoffs is Sporting Kansas City and LA.
yeah, LA Galaxy definitely. I mean, you can see LA Galaxy, they're 4, 9, and 17. And then 4, 6, and 18. And I pretty much think that from, I would say, St. Louis down, they're out of the playoffs for the Western side. I'd say for 13th, or no, probably 12th down, they're pretty much eliminated. Even actually 11th down from the Eastern side, they're pretty much eliminated from the playoff contention. Um, with
Yeah,
how with how many games we have left in this season.
because let me look. So today is the what is today? The
We're
26th.
yeah, we're on the 26th. A bunch of the games are tomorrow.
Yeah, so a bunch of the games are tomorrow. I'm looking at.
Your mic cut out again, buddy.
Okay, don't know why it's doing that.
Um, so bunch of games tomorrow. New York Red Bulls play New York City. Minnesota plays Colorado. And I believe they are in Minnesota, if I'm not wrong here.
No, we are on the road in Colorado.
You're in Colorado for this game, and I believe New York Red Bulls are home. Um, yeah, they are. We're home for this game, so for predictions, New York Red Bulls have a 40% win probability over New York City with a 33, 27% to draw with Minnesota. Colorado has a 43% chance of winning. With Minnesota sitting at a 31%, and then also their draw probability sitting at 26%. And also, if you guys in the future, you guys want us to go over certain sports, of anything, please let us know. We will go over them, talk about them, get our point
Uh,
of views at the end of the day.
Absolutely. No, like, of course, we all know that the MLB is almost officially over. They're on their final weekend of the regular season.
Yeah, their final weekend, um, they're uh, pretty much over at this point. Um, if
Pretty
we
much over. And
Who
it
is
looks
in the
like
playoffs?
who's in the playoffs in the MLB right now is the Dodgers. They have clinched the NL West. The Padres have clinched a wild card. The Brewers have clinched the NL Central. The Cubs have clinched a wild card. The Phillies have clinched the NL East. The AL West, the Mariners have clinched that. The AL East, the Blue Jays and the Yankees have clinched a playoff spot. And the American League Central is grabs between Cleveland and Detroit.
Yeah. Um, and a lot of the things so you like the Minnesota Twins. I like the Houston Astros.
Yes, we
Um,
are definitely out of the playoffs for the year.
yeah, y'all are out of the playoffs. You guys are 17 games behind. Astros are sitting in second in the American League West, 5 games behind. So we have a chance to get into that wild card spot, which we probably will. with the
And if you guys do clinch that wild card spot, I am just going to hypothetically say this. I can see the Astros maybe playing the Royals in the first.
playing the Royals in that first game. Yeah, I could probably see it as well. I'm trying
Of
to.
course, as at the Twins, we literally have nice 69 wins, but 90 losses. So my prediction at the end of this, I hate to say it, but I can see Rocco Baldelli for the Twins getting fired.
Honestly, yeah. Um, on the other hand, hold on. So the Houston Astros, they are fourth in the wild card right now.
Yep,
Um,
they're right at the cutoff line, so
they need
so
they need a
they need
win.
they need to win basically this like all of their games this weekend. It looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna have to really come out and win the rest of the games that we have for this season. Because right now we play LA, the Angels. We play the Angels.
The Angels, okay. The Angels haven't been that good either.
So
88 on the season.
I mean, we can really, if we play well, we can beat the Angels and sweep, and we have a better chance of getting in.
I'm just wondering, can you look up though? This is when was the last time an MLB
You keep
has
cutting
not
out, buddy. I cannot hear what you're saying.
uh, don't know what's going on. How about this?
Jesus fucking Christ, you're loud. Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm cutting out. I'm not trying to cut out. I don't know what's going
I think it's
connected.
I think it's your mic because you're close. I can hear you, but you keep cutting out.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Any better at all?
And we'll find out here in a minute once you keep talking.
Alright, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, folks. Don't know what's going on with the mic today. It did not do this at all. I don't think when I was streaming at all.
I don't it really didn't do it too much. I mean, it did it sometimes, but it didn't do it as bad as it is right now. Anyway, while he's doing that, I'm gonna look at so
Anyway, so what I wanted to is when because no team in baseball this year is going to be at 100 wins or over. Last
the last time someone got 100 wins or over.
yeah, because I think it was probably of course last year the Dodgers exceeded over 100 wins, but this is the first time in a while that no exceeding over 100 wins for a season.
Right, right, right. Um, let me look. So it actually, since this was updated this year, um, it was actually the last time it looks like was back in 2023. Um, and that's from MLB themselves.
Okay, interesting. So, hmm.
Um,
I literally just realized I had my mic off the whole.
the whole time, what do you mean?
I just had it off for like a few seconds, honestly, like a couple of minutes
Hmm.
after I unplugged it and everything.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is with your mic. I wonder if it's Discord.
staff voice chat, would you be able to hear me still?
Try it. We'll find out. They won't be able to hear you, but I will. Hold on. Talk again?
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Jesus, that's fucking loud. I don't think it's using your actual mic. It's using your something else. Let's see. Talk again real quick. Talk again real quick if you can. Sounds better. I'm trying to get the audio to come through. Yes. What the hell are you? All right. Can talk real quick again for me, please?
Hello, mic check 1 2,
Okay.
mic check.
Okay, they can hear you now. So with the so it seems like it's been since 2023 since a team last won the over 100 games in their season.
And I'm guessing that was probably the Dodgers.
Yes, it was the Dodgers that did it last. They Los Angeles Dodgers, the Baltimore Orioles, and Atlanta Braves, they all lost in the NLDS or the ALDS. So they all technically did win. The last time a team won the World Series over winning 100 games was in 2022 when the Houston Astros won the World Series that year.
Gotcha.
Um, so like out of I don't know how many teams. There's a bunch of teams on here. Um, like for like say the 2000s, right? So if I start in 2001, there's only been 5 teams since 2001 that's have won the World Series um since they've been over 100 wins in a season here.
Okay.
So that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. It seems like if you win over 100 games in a year, it seems like you don't have very good luck about winning championships.
Hmm. That's that's an odd kind of stat because you would think if you have a lot of wins throughout the year, you're going to do well in the postseason.
Yeah, because it seems like almost every team that wins over 100, they either lose in the NLDS or they make it to the second round and they lose there. Um, or if they're very lucky, they make it all the way to the World Series and then they lose. Um,
Right. That's very interesting. Who is your prediction to win the World Series or just to go to the World Series this year? Is
honestly, if I'm saying, I think Philadelphia has a good chance of winning it this year. Philly, they have a good chance of winning it this year. I really hope LA doesn't go at all this season, or the New York Yankees. I hope it's, one of these other teams, maybe someone like, I don't know, uh let me go look
I
at
mean,
standings again.
to me, the sleeper is Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yeah. I mean, it would also be kind of cool to see the Chicago Cubs win it.
It would, honestly. I can see that.
That'd be pretty cool for the Chicago Cubs to win it. Um,
But I don't think they're going to win it for like another 108 years.
I mean, they're in it this year, so hopefully they can do something at least. Um,
We'll see if they can or not, but I don't see it honestly happening just yet. I could be wrong though.
yeah,
Of course, I've been wrong before.
I mean, you have you have the Toronto Blue Jays, which are number believe like number one in the American League. Um, and the Milwaukee Brewers number one in the National League. So I mean, those two could definitely meet. I was also thinking about Philadelphia; they could meet as well in the World
Oh yeah,
Series, something like that too. Um, but I mean, if you're looking at like who the best you would say that could probably win it, I would say um like win it all. I would say probably someone from the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers, Philadelphia. I have a feeling that they're gonna have a good chance of winning it this year though.
it's not a bad prediction, honestly. I mean, I can see it happening. In all honesty, I can see the Brewers maybe win it. I mean, I don't know if they've been doing good,
Yeah.
but when I was watching them though, when I was basically on a very long vacation, they were actually not doing too bad at all.
Right, right, right. And I mean, I think a lot of like there's a lot of good teams in the MLB that are gonna go to the playoffs. That's why they go to the playoffs because they're good. So theoretically, anyone has a chance to win it. It just depends on how they play and how they are able to perform in a heightened scenario.
Right. No, like, no, I mean, let's see. What team? Let's see. Is there like, now, I know you probably watch a lot more, per se, college baseball than what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, since you're a Tennessee fan, how many Tennessee volunteers are going to the MLB probably from Tennessee?
I don't know. I mean, I know last year when we had the draft, I believe if I'm gonna make sure real quick. Um so we had for 2025, we had
Hmm.
one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four. Yeah, we had four going this year, I believe. I think. Hold on. So no, we had more than that. That's just like the first like couple. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 in total go last season. and a lot of them were within the first 3 rounds of the MLB draft.
Hmm. Of course, with my favorite college, we don't have baseball, of course.
Right. We matched the school record for drafts drafts from a baseball team. We matched the Tennessee school record for that for this draft this year.
Nice.
Um,
Um, if you don't mind, can we take a short break so I can go let the dogs out?
go for it. You can put your camera away. I'm gonna keep talking and yapping. Um, but since he's taken a little bit of a break, um, baseball on the other hand, I honestly think that there's a lot that can happen. Don't mind the freaking brightness from this page. Um, but yeah, um, I'm not surprised that there's a lot of good teams in this playoffs this year. There's a lot of things that can happen. Um, spring when the, or I guess summer when the um, NCAA baseball season gets underway. That's gonna be a good season too. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that you know they don't they don't watch NCAA baseball, but I think sometimes it can be a lot more interesting, a lot more hype because they're trying to prove themselves. They're trying to build up what is going on in their um in their career. Um, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I hope all teams make it. Like all the teams that are there almost on the edge. I hope they make it in. Hope the Astros make it in, of course. But that's another story for a different day. Um, we're gonna change schedules a little quick. To NFL standings. NFL standings, the Minneapolis Vikings, they're sitting in second, 2-1-0. I don't know who they've played. I'm gonna take a look at it. They've played Tennessee, New England, Houston for their preseason battles. Then they played Chicago, Atlanta, and Cincinnati. Which in Cincinnati they whooped them after coming off that loss versus Atlanta. So that's definitely a big thing right there. They're gonna be playing at 7:20 here in on Sunday in versus Pittsburgh. Believe that's their international game. Is it? Yeah, it's their Dublin game. Um, that they're going to be doing at 7:30, and I believe they have another one next week in London. So they gotta stay out there. They're gonna be international for 2 weeks, playing Pittsburgh, then Cleveland Browns. So definitely two games that they can win. They're second in the NFC North. Um, with the Philadelphia Eagles sitting at 3-0 with San Francisco 49ers and also the Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 3-0 as well. Back in the American League Conference, um, Buffalo Bills lead that way, with Indianapolis Colts and then the Los Angeles Chargers. My team, the Denver Broncos, are sitting at 1-2. We're tied in that way. So if I look at it in conference, we are tied for ninth pretty much with a bunch of other teams that have played. Um, Kansas City Chiefs are 1-2, one of the worst starts I've seen. And then you have the Jets, the Dolphins, the Houston Texans, and the Tennessee Titans, all 0-3. And then of course you have your 2-1 teams, which is Jacksonville Jaguars, Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals, and then your 3-0, which is Buffalo Bills, Indianapolis Colts, and the Chargers. Um, San Francisco Eagles and Buccaneers, like I said earlier, all 3-0. Green Bay Packers, Seattle Seahawks, Minnesota, Detroit, Washington, the Rams. They're all 2-1. So everyone's played pretty much 3 games except the Arizona Cardinals. They've played 4 already this season, and they are 2-2. Uh, Carolina, Atlanta Falcons, Chicago, Dallas. They're all 1-2, sitting at a tie for 11th. And then you have your worst two, which are the New Orleans and then New York Giants at 0-3. Um, so definitely we have. I'm gonna look at the futures. So to win the Super Bowl per se, um, as of right now, the Denver Broncos are sitting at plus 3,000, and then the Minnesota Vikings are sitting at plus 3,500. So they are definitely and they're definitely one of the contenders for the Super Bowl, but I don't definitely say that they will win it. They would probably most likely be like one of that wild card spot like they were like the Broncos were last year. I don't remember what the Vikings were last year. I don't remember if they were in the wild card or did they make it further. Do you remember that, Mr. Weave?
Last year
For the Minnesota Vikings.
we were wild card, and then we lost right away.
You were in the wild card, same as the Broncos, and we both lost. Yep. Okay. Um, for the conference, um, definitely, definitely a different story. As Minnesota Vikings are sitting at plus 1,800, same with the Broncos. I mean, both teams, if they start performing well, start winning games, they have a good chance that they could possibly win the division. But they just have to
Of
start
course.
now and start rebuilding themselves to being that champion that they would like to be. I mean, all teams want to
Well,
be the champion at the end of the day.
yes, and of course, as a Vikings fan, yeah, okay, we lost JJ McCarthy to an injury, but look what Carson Wentz did just on Sunday.
Right. And I was looking at y'all's schedule. You guys have back to back international games. First Dublin, then London. Making it for a pretty like interesting weekend or week for your guys' team.
Yeah, they're going to be staying overseas for those 2 weeks, is what I've been told.
Yep. Also, let's go over the power rankings. Who do you think is at number one for the end of week 3, beginning of week 4?
Hmm. Um, if I have to think honestly, I would say the Eagles.
You're right on it. The Eagles, they went up from number 2 last week after beating the Rams 33-26. The Buffalo Bills are going to be sitting at number 2. Um, so very two dominant teams right there. That could be a Super Bowl contention play right there if they do win out this season and show their dominance throughout the year. Um,
A- Absolutely. Like, that
uh,
could happen. Who's at the bottom? The Chiefs?
no, the Chiefs are at number 9.
They're at number 9, even though they're not having a good season.
Right. Guess where your Minnesota Vikings are sitting at right now?
Top 5.
No, you guys are sitting at 13th. Because
Hmm.
you guys were 20th last week due to the I believe your loss that you had.
Yeah, we lost the Falcons.
So that's why it brought you guys down to 20th. But you guys went up to 13th after that 48-10 victory over the Bengals. The Broncos went down from 13th to 15th after losing 23-20 against the Chargers. And they're 1-2. And you were wondering who's at the very bottom. That would be the New Orleans Saints. They have been there since week 3, I believe, losing 44 to 13 against the Seahawks, with the Tennessee Titans right above them at losing 41 to 20 against the Colts last week.
Oh, good lord.
Um,
I mean, I feel sorry for those, Tennessee fans and stuff like that. In all honesty, they haven't had a good season ever since like the early 2000s.
they really have not. And you can definitely, you can definitely see it when you're watching these games because it does not look really good for the outcome of that team. I think that they're in the rebuilding process of their dynasty real or their franchise really, but they have a lot of work to do before they will be considered in contention for the playoff spot.
Right. And before we go any further, I gotta give a shout out to our sponsor. Gotta give a shout out to Dubby. Great energy drink company. And now, if you don't want to feel like this jittery, I'm like, oh my god, if you drink a lot of Monster, Red Bull, and you're like this, Dubby doesn't do that for you. Dubby has a coffee fruit extract in it that will stop the jitterness, and you can mix it with your water. You can mix it with any type of your favorite drink you want. Like I honestly just mixed my Japanese soda Dubby in with like a blue raspberry Kool-Aid, and it actually tastes pretty good right now.
There you go. There you go. Um, we're gonna switch it up again. We're gonna go to the NBA futures. We're gonna go look at the futures for the NBA since that is going to be starting here soon once again. As well, we will touch base on NHL to end out the podcast here today. Um, of course, it's gonna be Oklahoma City Thunder. They're gonna have 205 odds to win it this year. Denver Nuggets sitting in
So
third at 850. So they're in the odds. Your Minnesota Timberwolves are sitting at 1800, sir. So you guys, they put you guys at a chance to win it this year, but you're not like sitting in the top four that they are predicting to make it. You know what I mean?
yes, I absolutely like. They're basically saying we have a chance, but it's probably not going to happen
Right, right, right,
to make the finals. Basically, we have a chance to make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong there.
right. Going over to the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference winner, we're gonna go through the top five. Eastern Conference first. We got Cleveland, New York Knicks, Orlando Magic, and the Atlanta Hawks. And then we also have Philadelphia 76ers. What do you think about those? Do you think they are in good contention to win their conference, or do you think that, you know, ESPN's pretty much just putting these out there because of how they did last season?
Uh, Cleveland Cavaliers, I can still see it, but I think honestly though, the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think they're in the same conference. Slash, of course, I know they're in the same conference as the Pacers of Indiana, but are they in the same division with them?
Pacers. We are talking about the Cavaliers. No, yes, as the Indiana Pacers, they are, and the Indiana Pacers are plus 3,300 to win the division.
But yeah, that is true though. So the reason why the Pacers number is so low is because of Tyrese Halliburton because he blew his Achilles last season at the very end. So he is out, I think,
Yeah.
for this year.
Yeah, I think he is as well, and I also, looking at some of these, yeah, there's some good contenders. Like, yeah, you have the New York Knicks and the Cavaliers. Jesus criminy, I cannot English. Um, but that's a good chance right there to, they have a good chance to meet those two in the final or in the conference final. before you go to the final game of the year. Um,
Right. And like the big news that I know over the off season, in all honesty, was Damian Lillard going back to Portland.
yeah, yeah. And also sitting
But
in. So like, what I'm thinking is you have Cleveland. There also could be a team that sneaks in that can be one of those upset teams that are, you know, like the example, I don't think they would, but like Charlotte Hornets per se, they have an amazing season. They make it into the playoffs. They could be one of those teams that upsets. And if you are a betting person, which if you are, bet responsibly. Please don't get in trouble with it. Don't get in trouble. Don't go into debt because of it. Say you do bet on the Charlotte Hornets, right? They're plus 50,000 right now to win the conference. Okay, per se, they don't win the conference. All right, you go for them to win the division, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do that. If I can find them, I will tell you. Um, the Charlotte Hornets. I don't remember which division they're in. Oh, they are in the
in
Southeast
like the
Division winner. They are plus 12,500 to win the division. So say if you did that and they win the division, that's pretty. That's some pretty good stuff. But I don't. Again,
right.
I don't think that Charlotte Hornets are going to win.
No, honestly, on, in all honesty, for the NBA finals, I am throwing out my prediction for the finals this year. I know it's very early in the season, don't get me
Hmm.
wrong. Oklahoma City and Boston.
Okay. Also, I don't know if you knew, our first games for the NBA start October 21st. Um, so before I get into my prediction, I want to go to the Western Conference winner and look up all of the top five. So we got Oklahoma City Thunder, Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets, Los Angeles Lakers, and then the Timberwolves. So Timberwolves, third, of course, fifth, in the chance for the conference winner. With a plus 1,000, that's still not bad odds. If they have a good season, they can still win the conference definitely. That goes for
Yeah,
any
that's
of these like top. I would say top eight. Any of them can pretty much win it if they have a good season. Um,
yeah, that's not bad at all for the Timberwolves to be fifth, basically to win the West, basically, correct?
yeah. So I mean, definitely, I think the Western Conference is a difficult conference to be playing in because you have a lot. It seems like you have a lot more aggressive teams in the Western Conference to go against.
You have a lot more stars in the West, in all honesty.
Yeah, because I mean, you got
I mean,
the
you
Denver
have,
Nuggets.
yeah, Denver Nuggets. You got Jamal Murray still. I do believe Nick Jokic is still there.
Yep, Nikola Jokic.
Look at the Lakers. We still got LeBron and Luca.
Yep, I mean Luca. That transfer when they did that trade, I was surprised, dude.
I mean, but yeah, it's surprising. But in all honesty, I think it was best for Luca because I think he had a little bit too much Texas barbecue, and now look at him. He's on like a seafood diet, and his body has transformed so much since the off season.
I think that also has to do with a lot of the stuff with what they've had him doing throughout the year, trying to get him fully into shape for what they want to do and make him the best player that he can be at the end of the day. Um,
Oh yeah, I can. Luca's going to be in the top contention for MVP this year. I can see it.
oh, definitely. Definitely. I definitely can see it with these top four. These just looking at these top four, that can definitely be a interesting, you know, second round. Um, for saying who I'm thinking going to go to the Western Conference Final, I think it's going to be Oklahoma and Denver.
Okay.
With on the
Not. I'm not trying to cut you off, but not unless if we upset you guys again this year in the
but that
final. In the
I'm also just looking at it with just how these rankings are
Of
and the
course,
stats and
like
everything.
wasn't it last year where didn't we sweep you guys last year or something in the playoffs?
It was either last year or the year before. I don't remember.
But I know we did match up. I think last year in the playoffs again.
It wasn't wasn't last year when you guys swept us because we beat you last year because I went to the game that we beat you.
Okay.
It was the year before. But this year, I'm just saying Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City, and then I'm just looking at it. I think it might be Cleveland and Orlando. The Magic getting into that final spot. Um,
The Orlando Magic, interesting.
they're plus
That's definitely
500, 550. They do have a good shot. And I think with how some of the stuff, some of the plays can go on this year, they have a good shot to make it into that conference final. Now, for you know, uh, the NBA finals, on the other hand, there's a lot of teams that could end up in it. Oklahoma City, I'm saying they're probably gonna go all the way. Yes, I would love if Denver Nuggets went back to it again and won another one, but with how Oklahoma's looking this year, I think with how they're looking on paper this year, I think they have a really good chance going up against Cleveland in the final.
okay.
Now to win it, I have Oklahoma winning it.
Yeah, I think everyone has Oklahoma to repeat. In all honesty.
Honestly, I have Oklahoma winning it, and you know, they're a dangerous team, needless to say.
Yeah,
Um,
SGA is coming off its MVP season, so we'll see what happens.
Right. Now we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and
A little bit.
we're gonna go over to the NHL futures as we've already had a couple games air, um,
Yeah,
for
just
preseason. Um,
yes, absolutely. Some preseason games have happened so far.
so, I'm not gonna start with Stanley Cup. I'm going to start with the Eastern Conference winner. I'm gonna start with the top five like I did the other one. So we got Carolina
Okay.
Hurricanes, Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida Panthers, New Jersey Devils, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Um, Honestly, I can see the Lightning or the Panthers kind of beating the Hurricanes this year, and kind of taking that spot from them. What do you think about that top five?
That's a good top five, honestly. I don't see the Maple Leafs doing anything again this year.
Yeah, no. I think
Maple Leafs haven't done anything since 1967.
there you go. But I mean, I don't think they're gonna win it. They're gonna win the conference this year. Um,
No, not at all.
I think if anything, it's gonna be the top three that have the best chance to win it. Um, and then very last, right? Very last in the conference winner, you have Pittsburgh Penguins at plus 6,000.
The
um,
Penguins are last. That's weird.
Yeah. If we go to the Western Conference, I'm gonna go through the top five. It's gonna be Edmonton, Colorado, Vegas, Dallas, and the Los Angeles Kings sitting in the top five there. Um, Los Angeles Kings are at 1,000, with Edmonton, Colorado, and Vegas all sitting at, and Dallas all sitting around 400 to 500. So the Western Conference is going to be close this year. Definitely with all the stars that Colorado, Edmonton, and the Vegas Golden Knights have with Dallas, that's going to be a close top four battle going in to later in the season where it's going to get more heated. Teams are going to start pushing for the playoff positions. I think that it can be close. It can go down to like one win at the end of the season with how it looks. What do you think, Mister Weave?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be very well. In all honesty, like there's a lot of like. Let me look real quick. Like the Minnesota Wild, of course, that's my team. Oh crap, we lost last night. Okay, good thing I did not actually watch the game.
Um, and Minnesota Wild on the other end, they're plus 1,700, so they're in seventh.
Yeah, and there's a lot of issues going on with the team right now because I guess Kirill Kaprizov has like denied his contract negotiation or something like that. I've been told.
Gotcha.
So they're trying to reconstruct his contract and everything. Like, let me look. Um, you're an Avalanche fan, is that correct?
Yup.
Okay, they do not play today at all. They do play tomorrow against the Dallas Stars.
Okay. So that's gonna. I mean, it is preseason. It's pretty much not. I don't think all the star players are going to be playing the whole game, but there definitely gonna be some out there for both teams at least. So, and with
They're
definitely
they're gonna definitely there will be some out there like I know for Minnesota last night we had Matthew Boldy was on the ice, Kirill Kaprizov was on the ice, Brock Faber was there as well. So some of our actual starters did get some playing time last night.
right, and I think that is definitely what's gonna happen tonight with both teams playing. Um, there's definitely gonna be Dallas Stars and the Avs. They're both gonna have starters, of course, because they want them to get practice. Um,
Of course. So I can see Nathan McKinnon maybe playing like a period tomorrow in all honesty, and that's probably about it.
I could see pretty much all of our starters just playing a period and then just sitting. Now going to the Stanley Cup winner with Edmonton
For
being at number one for Stanley Cup. Carolina Hurricanes tied with the Colorado Avalanche as well. So those three I just said are all tied at 850 to win it this year. Then
and that
you have the Knights next. Then you have Dallas. Then you have the Lightning, the Panthers, the Devils, the Leafs, the Kings, the Jets, the Rangers, the Capitals, the Senators, then the Wild, then the Canadians.
and I am just guessing like the very last is going to be the Sharks and the Blackhawks.
You're not wrong. They're both plus 50,000 to win it this year. So,
Sharks are in. I think the Sharks are in a rebuild, of course.
yes, they're definitely in a
Oh,
rebuild.
the Blackhawks. Yeah, I can still see that they're maybe in a rebuild too, because honestly, yeah, they still got Connor Bedard, but that's only one person.
He's not going to be able to help as much.
No, he can't help at all. In my personal opinion.
So, like, per se, we have so say it's those top four in the which it wouldn't be in those final four spots because the Carolina Hurricanes aren't even in our division, and there's three from the Western Conference. Okay, so say it's the Edmonton
Hmm.
Oilers, Avs, and then we have the Hurricanes and the Lightning. Okay, who do you think is going to the Stanley Cup to win it all?
Mm, you know, I honestly hate to say it, but I can see Edmonton and Florida going to the Cup again.
It's a bad thing to say though. I mean, throughout the season, we'll of course keep doing podcasts, so that might change throughout the season. You
Of
know,
course, we've only started preseason right now, so everything is still all up in the air. But of course, from last season, it was Edmonton and Florida basically again, and Florida won. And Canada has not had a winning team with the Stanley Cup since I really don't remember when.
right,
Probably before I was even born, I bet.
right, and I'm looking at it too. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be the Knights versus the Oilers in the round before the conference finals, and I think that's going to lead the Oilers are going to win, move on, then play whoever's facing them, then they go to the Stanley Cup championship. I mean, at the end of the day, we all hope for our teams to win, right? We all
Yeah,
hope our teams to go to the playoff, but honestly,
of course. Like here's the here's what I'm looking at right now. The last time a Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup, 1993, and that was the Montreal Canadiens.
the Montreal Canadiens was the last one to do it. So
And they defeated the Los Angeles Kings. So no team in Canada has won the cup in
so
over 30 years.
the country that loves hockey apparently sucks at it in NHL so bad that they have not won since.
They have not won since 1993.
Like that's crazy. Um,
And a lot of people, of course, are like, "Oh, it's the owner that's doing this. He has the curse on Canada. Like they're not gonna win the cup." And I'm like, literally, as far as the NHL headquarters are in flipping Toronto, I do believe.
yep. Um, and we'll go talk about one more league before we do head out here, and that's going to be the league that is very important to Mr. Weave right here. Is the WNBA. His team is in the playoffs.
Yeah, we in the
Um,
playoffs, baby.
the Lynx are
We go,
going up against the Mercury
we
in
going for
the
number 5.
so they
Yep,
lost
and
the last game. Game 3 is tonight. Um, the money line, if I go and look at it, or
the
the
game is
point spread is plus 2.5 for the Mercury, so they have favored for the Phoenix Mercury to win this game.
yeah, the game is in Phoenix for the night.
Yep. On the other hand, the Aces versus the Fever, they have the Fever to win because I believe they are in Indiana.
Of course, Caitlin Clark is not playing at all this rest of the season. Of course, Caitlin Clark, she's from Iowa, where I'm from. So, of course, you know how that went with me in the flippin' state of Iowa, hearing about her throughout her whole entire damn college career.
Yep. Um, and little quick thing before we do end up going, um, predictions for. Let's see, which game do I want to pull for you to predict on? USC number 23 versus Illinois, both Big Ten teams. Who do you think will win that game?
Now we're going to college football. We switched it up a little bit. I do believe the winner of that is going to be USC with a last second field goal.
Okay. How about LSU versus Ole Miss? Number 4 versus number 13.
LSU will win that one.
Okay. One more. It's going to be number 3 Penn State versus number 6 Oregon. It is, I believe, that is where game day is going to be.
Is it? It's in Eugene,
Mm,
or is it in
It's
Happy
in,
Valley?
it's in Beaver Stadium.
Whew. And Beaver Stadium is a tough place to play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Penn State by 7 points.
Okay. Okay, actually, I just saw another one we should predict. They're in
Okay.
Athens, Georgia for this one. It's Georgia versus
Uh,
Alabama.
Go Dogs, sick 'em.
I'm kind of that one. I'm hoping for an earthquake, but in reality, I'm hoping that Georgia wins. So when Tennessee plays Georgia, and if we can win that game, we good at the end of the day.
Does tennis? Since you're a Tennessee fan, do you guys play tomorrow?
Yes, we do. We play against Mississippi State.
That should be a win for you, right?
Not with how Mississippi State looking. They're undefeated right now.
Okay, okay. And of course, I'm an Iowa State fan,
I'm also a
and
Texas
we are.
Tech fan.
Yeah, I don't care about those.
I don't care about you, buddy.
No,
Texas
but
Tech is off this week though.
okay, Texas Tech's off before conference play,
Yep.
so
We fall Houston next week.
and we Iowa State, since that's my squad, we play Arizona tomorrow night and
Go
at home.
Arizona. Go Arizona.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, Jack Trice Stadium, it's a it's an atmosphere. It is. It's not one of the tough places to play at all in the nation, but trust me, the environment though, when the fans get into the game, like because I have been to Jack Trice Stadium twice in my lifetime during the games, because the games that I've been to were Iowa and Iowa State, which of course Iowa sadly won that game when I went, and then TCU and Iowa
Because
State
you're bad
when
luck.
we honored Jack Trice legacy for the 100th anniversary, I think, or something like that. Um, Game day there in Iowa State, we do it right. I'm not gonna lie. I understand bigger colleges can do a better game day than what we probably can, but for like the tailgating and stuff like that, we do it pretty well. In all honesty,
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good games to watch. One of my favorite things though is that UCLA, after getting Nico I'm gonna leave ya, has not won a game.
like let me look real quickly before we do go. Excuse me. Um, Let me look on ESPN real quick. So, of course, last night, East Carolina defeated Army 28-6.
Damn.
And tonight's football games on ESPN, we got Florida State at Virginia at 6 o'clock p.m. on ESPN. Number 24 TCU at Arizona State. That's at 7. I'm guessing these times are all Eastern, so 8 o'clock Eastern on Fox. But I could be wrong though. These are could be Central, so probably 8 o'clock Central. Then Houston at Arizona State at 9:30 on ESPN. But tomorrow's
Yeah.
games, let's see. Okay, so college football, Fox Big College Football Game Day or whatever is going to be at Illinois for this USC and Illinois game. Because since it's going to be at 11 a.m. on Fox, let's look at what other good games are going to be on tomorrow that I would love to watch.
You're gonna have to watch that Oregon game,
Uh,
dude.
the
That Oregon,
well,
Oregon and Penn State game, I think is going to be a game to watch with those two being in the top 10.
yeah, it will be, but hold on there, bud. Let me ah do. So USC and Illinois tomorrow will probably be the first game I watch for the day. Depends on when I'm off with work since I do have to go in tomorrow.
Ooh.
Arizona and really the Arizona and Iowa State games at 6. The Oregon and Penn State's at 6:30, right when the Iowa State game's going on too.
There might be a good game to
Oh,
watch. Hawaii and Air Force. They're at Air Force too, I believe. Yeah, they are. They're here.
yes, Hawaii at Air Force.
And with
And
Hawaii.
at the academy, of course.
Mhm.
Air Force is favored by 6.5.
Mhm. I've been to that stadium. It's freaking massive.
Are we favorite tomorrow night? Okay, we are favorited tomorrow night at Jack Trice Stadium by 4.5 over the Wildcats.
Hey, but I mean, that's gonna be a tough game for both teams. Uh, they're
Oregon,
both
Penn State,
undefeated.
Oregon and Penn State, Alabama, Georgia, both happening at the same exact time. What's the really night game? The really night game? BYU at Colorado.
At 8:15. And they're in
So
Boulder too. They're in high elevation.
yes, Boulder is like 5,000 feet above sea level.
BYU's ranked, so that might be an interesting
Yes.
game.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be able to watch it on my phone and other stuff like that too. But I might want to watch the USC and Illinois game starting off tomorrow. Plus, as well, the Notre Dame and Arkansas game.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of good games coming on. We're in college football. We're actually getting at the good part of the season now, where there's actually really good matchups.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at it, December, okay, December 8th is the start of the Army Navy game, which is December 13th actually. So all like the conference championships are on week 15, and it's it's gonna start getting crazy already because think about it. We're already gonna head. So next week is October. We are already pretty much pushing to the mid season, starting to get ready for all these championships that are gonna be coming up at the end of the year already.
Absolutely. And I love getting in conference football action because honestly, it's the best time of the year. You have the best matchups because Alabama actually has to fucking play someone now, finally. Because, in all honesty, I've noticed this for so many years. Alabama always schedules the easiest games right off the bat.
Well,
And then, I mean, they didn't do it this year. They had to play Texas. No, that was Ohio State. My bad.
yeah, I mean, well, this year I mean, a lot of the time they pay millions of dollars for other small schools to come and play them so they can get their second stringers and third stringers practice reps before the actual quote unquote season. But
Right.
I'm like that's not gonna do anything for y'all. You guys are gonna get used to these weaker opponents, and then you're gonna get fucking whooped by a number 5 team in the country, and they're just gonna be, you're done, you know.
It's exactly how it is. But no, some great college football coming up. College basketball is right around the corner too.
Yep. But I mean, other than that, I think that's it for this episode of the Field Goals and Fast Breaks with Banger Nation and Weavecat. Our links will be down in the description if you do want to go check those out. It goes to both of our YouTube accounts. I'm the editor for
Both of our
I'm the editor for this guy right here. I'm the editor for him. So
you're pointing at the wrong direction, but okay.
no, on my like my recording, I'm pointing at you. Um,
Oh,
so
weird.
I am the editor for this guy. I pretty much do everything for him at this time.
Like literally, basically.
I pretty much
I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'll tell you all
I
that.
hold his hand as I do everything for him.
Mama.
Oh my god. But yeah, that'll be it for this one. We're gonna try to put out a episode once every month. Just do like a podcast. We're gonna try to keep it around
We're gonna
8.
try to maybe do one once every week if possible, if we can.
We're gonna post it once every month. I'm not doing one every week.
Fine. I'm
But
trying
yeah,
to get our fine, whatever.
but yeah,
God.
once every week or maybe twice every month. We will find out. Other than that, it is Banger Nation and Mr. Waiting for you to say your name.
Oh. Mama. We've cat.
Oh my god. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.